welcome back to the Late Night Gamer and the playthrough of Cuba Libre. So we just finished with the second propaganda card and we are heading into the next round. The active card is Sanchez Mosquera. The government will go first, followed by the directorial. This is a government momentum card, meaning that if I execute this action, it will be active until the next propaganda card comes up. And what it says is that assault will treat mountains as cities. And we know that in cities, police will help with assault. So that could potentially help us, the government, weed out the 26th July faction over here in this mountain, if we can get some police in there. I'm not going to take that action, as it turns out. I am going to do something, trying to do something with the syndicate instead. So I'm taking operations with special activity. So I'm going to get my last troops out. I'm going to train in Havana. Add 2 troops and 2 police into Havana. That cost me 3 resources. And I'm going to buy a civic action in Santiago de Cuba for 4 resources. So getting this into neutral. Okay, that's my actions done. Next is Directorio. So now there's an interesting situation arising because the Directorio was second eligible, and it says on the AI sheet that if Directorio is second eligible and the 26th of July is a player, then I choose Ops and Special Activity instead. So this 26th of July is a player, so they will choose Ops and Special Activity. So according to the flowchart, the Directorio will now check for places they can do terror in an active space. And they can do that. They can do a terror in Oriente, that's an active space. It cost 1 resource. It will be down to, Directorio, down to 16. We'll add a terror marker here. And this will go 1 level towards neutral. It will be down to passive opposition. It's a 2 population area. So 26th of July loses 2. Then they will check if they will do a special activity, and they will assassinate also here because they can remove enemy's piece, 26th July piece, so that is removed. Okay, so that's the Directorial's turn. Go into the ineligible box, ineligible factions, and now it's the Pact of Miami. The next card is Escopeteros. But now we are playing Pact of Miami, where you can see that the syndicate will go first. 26th of July and Directorio each lose -3 resources and are ineligible to the next card. Which is interesting, so they'll take the event. 26th of July becomes ineligible. They will lose 3 resources. 1, 2, 3. Same with Directorio. 1, 2, 3. And that's it. There's no more factions that can act on this card. So we go into the box, and the only piece that comes up is the government because these 2 are ineligible to the next card. Okay. Now we'll play, next one is El Che, but now we'll play Escopeteros, where we can see that, well, we know that the only faction that can activate here is the government. And the event is that you can shift 1 mountain space towards active support, which is interesting. Of course I'm going to do that. I can either shift this space, but I think I'm going to shift this space. I'm going to get passive support in Las Villas, because that will increase my total support to 19. And I am now at victory. Of course it doesn't matter, because when you hit the propaganda card, humans can't win, only bots. But still, it's a good thing. That's the only thing that happens on that card, so I'm ineligible. Now all of these 3 factions comes up. For El Che, comadres. You can see that El Che only has 1 event possibility, and it's an insurgent capability. That's a permanent game effect. This event will allow the 26th of July guerrillas to stay underground while moving, while marching, or if they are active and marches, they will flip underground. To remember that, we'll have this token. I put it here in the insurgent capabilities box, so that we remember that it's present. 26th of July is indeed taking this event, so that happens before this, of course. The next on Elche is the Directorio, and they will take operations and special activity. Again, they will search for places where they can do terror, but no, there are no such spaces. They only do terror in active spaces. So they will do, instead they will do a rally in neutral or passive spaces. There's many spaces that are neutral or passive: Santiago de Cuba, Oriente, Camagüey, Las Villas, La Habana. So they will actually rally in all of these spaces. They will do it to the maximum of their capability. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 resources. But they'll do it in a certain order. First they will check if they can place any bases. They need to be 3 guerrillas to do that. They can't, so there will be no bases. Instead they will place guerrillas with other guerrillas, so they will rally in this space, in this space, also here in Las Villas, and then they will place one random. So actually they will only rally in one of these spaces, so let's put them up to 9 again. Now we need to determine where. And the easiest way is just to roll a die. On the 1, 2, 3 they will rally in La Habana. Now they will rally in Santiago de Cuba. Now I almost did the same mistake again, because when they rally at their bases, they will place guerrillas up to population plus bases. So here they placed 1, they could actually place 3 guerrillas, so they will do that. Population plus bases in this area is 3. It's the same here, so it will be 2 more. Okay, so that's more like it. Now there are more of these guerrillas out there. So the next time they rally, we can see that there's a really big possibility that they will place a base in Oriente. So now these are ineligible. Government is eligible, and now it's comadres. Next card is the guerrilla life. Now it's comadres, and the government will go first, followed by the syndicate. And you can see that the event says that I can add the lesser of aid or plus 10 to government resources. Then aid will go up. Well, I need to take the event, then I get plus, and I'm at 31. That's quite a lot. Aid is up by 5, which is great for the government. Syndicate takes operation and special activity. You see now I started to get really hung up on these event cards. You need to determine if you really want the event or you want to actually do something on the board. If you take too many events, you don't get to do anything. And now you have a massive build-up here, which I need to address. So let's see what to do now. They will not do a rally and they will not do a march. Then the question is if the available plus closed casinos is greater than cash on the map, and it is, so they will do a construct. And if they're, you see, they will do a construct action, and because their resources is above 35, they will do 2 construct actions. It costs 5 per space, so now they are at 39. So let's see where they will do a construct. Any cities or provinces that either the government or the syndicate control. There's no room here, so they won't construct here, but they can construct here, in Las Villas, or in Camagüey, or in Santiago de Cuba. These are the 3 options that I can see now that they can do a construct in random. So we need to randomly determine where they will place these casinos. So the first casino will come in, that's a 4-3, let's see. 3 green, 4 yellow, Matanzas first, then Las Villas. Matanzas, Las Villas. But it has to be closed. How I read it, the first instruction now is to place a casino with other casinos. So that, the only place they can actually do that is indeed in Las Villas. 4-4, and government barely has control, so they will do it. They will place a closed casino in Las Villas. Now closed casinos do not contribute towards control here, but they have now 2 casinos out in Las Villas. So if they can open them, they will be at winning condition. We need to resolve special activity, and it's profit. They will place these cash markers. At open casinos, of course, where there is no enemy, so they will place 1 here for sure. There's no enemy in La Habana. Then they will place at random, and it's only these 2 provinces that they can place it. So let's see, on 1, 2, 3 it will be in Havana. No, it's in Pinar del Rio. Okay, that's their special activity, done. the guerrilla life. Let's see. Oh, Radio Rebelde, but now it is the guerrilla life, where we can see that the Directorio will go first. And there's a ring around it. The guerrilla life is also an insurgent capability, and it's a powerful one for the 26th of July but the Directorio goes first. Well, actually, that's interesting. The special instruction on the Directorio card say that they will take the event, but they will use the shaded text. So they will actually take the event, and the event says that, so flip all their guerrillas underground. They already are underground. Now, there should be one above ground here for the terror, right? Yes. Yeah, I forgot that. Okay, good spot. But now I can flip him underground again, so that's fine. He's gone underground. And I can place a their guerrilla in one city. Now they will try to take control, but there's nowhere they can take control. Should I do it randomly, or should they place it with other guerrillas? I think I will follow the rally instructions. Then they will try to build up so they can take control, because that's what the victory conditions are. So they will actually do it. I will do it here in Santiago de Cuba. Fine. 26th of July didn't get the guerrilla life, but instead they will do a special. They will do an operation, a special activity. I will do some March operations. Yes, I will move this guy from Matanzas into La Habana with the aim of grabbing the cash marker here, of course. I will lose control, but that's fine. I still have the opposition there. That's one. Let's put a pawn on there so I remember it. That's one. I'm going to march with only one in Oriente, and I'm going to flood the city. I'm going to march with three guerrillas into Santiago de Cuba. This march will not expose them, even though there is police and troops there. The reason is, of course, because it doesn't have support. So that shows the importance of having support. And even if it had support, I will march them first, and Che will keep them underground. That's 3 resources. 1, 2, 3. The special activity, what can that be? Let me see. I will do an infiltrate in only one space, and it has to be a space without support, with or next to an underground guerrilla. I will infiltrate here for sure in Santiago de Cuba. So now it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I am infiltrating away this police. Government has lost control, but I think that should seriously prevent the government from being able to reach the victory conditions, which in addition to total support at 19 also is that all of the cities has to have active support. So now this one is active, and it is going to be the syndicate that goes first. Radio Rebelde. They can then remove a 26th of July base from a province. So there is only one option. It's here. They will remove one base from Sierra Mastre, and then they are down by 1 again. They now have 9. Yeah, because Oriente was worth 2, so it's actually only 8. And I went government, operations and special activity. It costs 3 resources to sweep, so I will be doing a sweep in Santiago de Cuba. Yeah, I'm going to sweep in Pinar del Rio as well. Yeah, and I'm also going to sweep in Las Villas. That's 3 spaces where I'll sweep. That's 9 resources. Okay, now I'm going to, before I sweep, I'll do a transport. I can mass transport 3 troops from a city or base. So I can take 3 troops from Havana, and I'm putting them in Santiago de Cuba. It's too many, so I'm just transporting 1 cube so that I can have exactly enough to expose all insurgent factions in Santiago de Cuba. I'm planning for a big assault here next round. So my special activity was transport before I did the sweep, and now I swept. Let's see if the insurgent faction can respond to that. And you can see that it will be the Directorio that goes first. And the event is set a province with troops and 1 adjacent province to passive opposition. It could be in Pinar del Rio, province with troops. It could be in Las Villas. Then for the greatest change in total support and opposition, they will actually do it in Las Villas, because that's the greatest change in support and opposition. Government loses 2. It is now passive opposition, so the 26th of July gains 2. Okay. operations and special activities. I wanted to do a terror in Santiago de Cuba, but that is clearly not possible now. I'm going to do an attack, an ambush here. Pay 1 resource. I need to activate all the guerrillas in the areas where I want to do an attack. I only have 1. Now I roll a die, and if the number is less or equal to the number of guerrillas there, I can remove 2 enemy pieces. However, I do not want to do that, so my special activity is going to be an ambush, and that will ensure a success for the attack, so I don't have to roll the die. So I will kill this, or take that off the board, grab the cash marker, and then, because it's a very successful attack, I get to place a guerrilla. Yeah, so that will leave this in neutral territory now, and I have hopefully grabbed some resources. Still no propaganda card, but now it's Fangio. It's a syndicate that goes first, and they will do something special there. So let's see. In 2 spaces with any casino, open a closed casino or place 1 cash with a guerrilla or cube. So they will definitely do that. So the instruction says that they will open the most closed casino. So they will open here in Las Villas, increasing the number of open casinos on the board to 7. They will place a cash marker, and they will do it to provide cash with syndicate guerrillas, so they will be here in Havana for sure. They could theoretically do it here in Pinar del Rio, but they will always place with underground guerrillas before exposed guerrillas, so they will place it here. Okay, so that's a powerful card for them. Now they are in really good conditions. They only need 1 open casino, and then they will win on the next propaganda card. So what I will do is that I will actually do an assault in this region, and also an assault in Pinar del Rio. That costs 6. Yes. Assault with closed casinos, so for any with troops only. So, but I have 3 troops, so 1 of the troops is taking the cash. That's good for the government. And the other 2 are closing these 2 casinos. So we're down by 2 again. I need to do that. The assault here will, in the cities, also the police will help. So 1, 2, 3. Take all of these guerrillas out. Government is in control. Yep, and actually going to pay another 3 to do an assault also here in Las Villas, because I can remove 2 of these exposed units here. But it's in the mountain, so I only get to remove 1, but still I'll do it. Then my special activity is Represo. I'm going to pay 4 resources. 1, 2, 3, 4. So getting this one up to passive support, increasing my support to 18. Is that correct? Let's count. Okay. Shift, and we have, okay, Batista is fleeing.